When I was younger, I always told myself I wanted to work in the film industry and I wanted to be in the Navy. Joining in the Navy, I wanted to be a diver. That didn't pan out, and so I'm undesignated right now. When I came from dive and I went over to Bangor for a year before I came to the Nimitz, I was really beating myself up over what happened and how it happened and why it happened, when I needed to take a deep breath, move on. And that was the hardest lesson that I had to face, was moving on and not beating myself up over it. If things kind of hit the fan and you're going through some hard times, or if you're not necessarily where you want to be, just stay at it and follow your dreams. Do what you want to do, or if you're not where you want to be, keep pushing for where you want to go. I've worked on a bunch of movies before the Navy, and these upcoming movies I'm getting excited for just because I'm going to be acting in them. The first one is called The Devil's Ride, and it's kind of Insidious meets Nightmare on Elm Street, and I'm super excited for that. I've watched horror movies all my life. I started out watching all the old Alfred Hitchcock movies, like Psycho, Rear Window, the Universal Monster movies, so like Frankenstein, Wolfman, all of those. And when I was younger, I'm talking like 6, 7, 8, my dad introduced me to House of a Thousand Corpses, like Rob Zombie type stuff. And I think over time, I just fell in love with gore, horror, sci-fi. I don't think I had a specific movie that I was like, wow, I want to be a part of that. I always knew deep down that filmmaking, photography, even poetry, just that was my way of expressing myself. And when I was younger, I had this really bad speech impediment. And I remember going to speech therapy for 9, 10 years growing up. And for the longest time, I had my older brother talk for me. And so the way I would cope with that is through taking photos, writing, or just finding different avenues of expressing myself. Finding a way to express yourself is important for who you are on the inside and out. Like, I feel like if you can't express yourself, then you kind of go down this dark path or this lost path, and you go through life without a purpose for yourself. When I was younger, I was going through so much, going through like custody, going through like court cases all my life, and I think with all the bad stuff that has happened in my past personally, I feel like that was something that kind of kept me sane in a chaotic world. I think I knew deep down that movies were what I wanted to do for my career. So I started like boom operating, just doing sound and stuff, just because that seemed like the easiest way to get into it. And I worked my way up from that to like lights, and then I started doing production assistant, production manager. I started doing casting. I kind of just did a little bit of everything. So my entire goal was to know a little bit of knowledge every area, so everybody had to cast me. I see Navy and film as two separate things. However, I see the Navy as an opportunity for me to take the time to actually pursue film. I have time after work or while we're in port on the weekends to go work on set than a normal 9 to 5 where I have to request time off every time I want to work on a movie. If you want to work on movies, do it. Meet people, make connections. Just try to get your foot in the door as much as possible. And as much as it seems like you're not going to hit it big, everything just trickles down. Everybody has their moment to shine, If it's your dream, just keep working at it. There's never a dull day when you're trying to pursue an art.